changing the way they do TV, and they're saying, I don't want to pay as much as I've been paying. I want free TV. Give me the free big TV channels, CBS, NBC, PBS, Fox. This is a free TV solution. It is Core Innovation's newest TV antenna. It's been done with a designer, with a designer element, so it's small, it's compact, it's omnidirectional. You're gonna plug this into your television and you will have free television. I moved to a free TV antenna about 4 years ago now. It might even be 5, to be honest. Time flies. Probably thousands of dollars is what I've saved over those years. Real money, really saved. You should try one of these. More and more people are doing it, and because more people are doing it, we're becoming more and more comfortable. There's a ghost. This is an amazing way to really bring that free TV to life, and we'll show you how easily you can do it as well. Mr. Bill Duggan is our ghost who has all the controls. Mr. Bill Duggan, are you there? There he is. Come on in, Bill. I left the door open.
Oh.
I'm over here.
How are you?
Bill, I was just watching some free TV.
Who doesn't love free TV, right?
It cost me nothing to watch it.
That's what's the best part about getting an antenna, because we've been thinking we always have to connect the cable and pay the bill, and then that's how we get our television. That's how we get it now. Yeah. But the thing is, for years, we've had free signals out there. All the big broadcasters are actually required by the federal government to give us a free signal. Because what happens if the cable goes out? What happens if we can't afford cable? We have antennas out there. However, not every antenna is created alike. Some look like the old antennas with the rabbit ears and all of that stuff. Some only have a range of about 20 to 30 miles. This has an 80-mile range in terms of how far it can reach. It's omnidirectional, and more importantly, it does not look like an antenna at all. People, when we've had this out, it's like, is it a speaker? Is it a smart device I can speak to? But what happens is you plug it in, and you see it right over here behind me? See that nice little light? That's the signal indicator. I've plugged in my antenna. I'm getting an unamplified signal, which is great, 4K signal, and all the signal I'm getting is free. And that's what's great about it. So you get it home, you run a scan on your television. I'll be honest with you, first time I connected it, I got about 7 free channels. Sure. And I was like, okay, 7, but what 7? You know, the CBS, the ABC for free. Yep. Repositioned it a little bit because you do get a cord with about 10 feet of range. So I repositioned it, found another sweet spot, did another scan, 20 free channels. I got up to almost 50 free channels. Right. And I'll be honest with you, Adam, I didn't even need all 50 because, you know, some were in a foreign language, some I didn't have an interest in, but more importantly, I was getting so many options for free. And, you know, we love our streaming, right? I mean, I was on earlier today with Tina, and she was talking, one of her streaming services, $70. I believe it. $70, and the thing is, what happens if your Wi-Fi goes out? Right. You can't even stream. Right. So it's actually a great backup. And I think you and I talked about this with our moms. We try to simplify for our moms the television experience. We got them on a streaming service, but we need to give them an antenna too, because what if the Wi-Fi goes out? Sure. And you'll notice, what have we plugged into? I have the ABC News over here. I have, you know, Family Ties. I have Old School. I have new stuff. I have my PBS channel. BBC America. BBC America. Feel at home. Why not? I love that channel. And the best part about it, it's for free. So whether it's the big screen, you're adding it to the living room because it doesn't look it's like not you have this out in the living room. No. Or if you have company coming over for summertime and they see that in the guest room or the downstairs room you're putting them in, they're like, oh, how old is this room? This is just a nice amplified signal and design. And remember, 80 miles of range, and we're gonna get into why that's important too. So the team here at HSN always give me these free TV antennas because, you know, it's easier to talk about something when you own it or you have it or you're a big fan of it. And I'm such a big advocate of this. But I'm very conscious that for all of us, we're creatures of habit. And we do what we've done, where we've always done it, because it's comfortable. And I get that. But the truth is, traditional television does cost a lot of money. If you could get that same experience for free, would you not try it? Would you not say yes? Chances are you would say yes. But what I've got to do is get this in your home so you can plug it in. Only then can I show you how good it is and how you don't have to spend any money for it ever again. So the reality is, over the years, you could save up to hundreds, thousands of dollars. All I ask is that you try it. I've said this from the very first time I bought mine.
If you've tried it and you don't like it, then you can send it back, but at least you'll know. At least you'll know. Don't wait, because the longer you wait, the more you're spending the money on it. I promise you, it's a wonderful product, it's a great experience, and it really does deliver you free television. Bill's gonna take us through again in terms of setup. The reason this one sells so well is because of the design. There's no hide and seek about it. It's beautifully designed. It's not traditional antenna. It sits perfectly by the side of your television, and it gives you the free TV. We have 8 minutes left and around 1,300 of these to go around. It is the only scheduled airing that we have, and it is our only order until the back half of the year. We have other digital antennas, but this one from Core Innovations, our producer Kevin and I were saying before the show, this one traditionally sells perhaps the fastest, because of the range and because of the style.
And real quick, that style does look great, that nice fabric finish, this signal indicator, which by the way, this is omnidirectional, so it doesn't have to just point towards the tower and all that. It really pulls the signal in from everywhere. But it's the 80 miles of range that you wouldn't expect from this one. And what is that 80 miles of range? We're on the west coast of Florida. A normal antenna, maybe 30, 40, maybe 50 miles. So that means I might get my signal here on the coast all the way to Tampa, Florida. But with 80 miles of range, I'm going all the way out to Orlando, Florida. So that means like my mom in San Francisco. Her original antenna, we got her set up. She loved it because she had that favorite 2 o'clock show. She always liked to watch it, which, by the way, it's not on Netflix. It's not on Hulu. You know it's also not on Hulu and all those other streaming services? My local weather, my news, my favorite talk shows. But now she has these options. But the original antenna we set her up with was about 40 miles of range. So she had her ABC, she had her actually no, she didn't have NBC. She had ABC, CBS, PBS, all those. To get NBC, we need to go all the way to San Jose. That's 60 miles away. We need to get her a larger range antenna. This does that. And normally what we say, it's about $1 a mile. So this is normally an $80 antenna in terms of how far it can reach, but it's half that tonight. So what you do is you get it home. Every television is gonna be a little different. You plug in, just like you would your cable system to the back of the TV. You do get a power system for this too, so you plug it into power. So you're gonna get an amplified signal, non-compressed signal, and then what you're gonna do is run a scan on the TV. Remember, the first time I did it, I got about 7 free channels. Okay, you saw what 7 they were, and you're like, okay, is that good, or can I do better? That's where you have fun with it. So you see right over here, I found the sweet spot, my full signal indicator, but you can reposition it, and truly, I had it on the other side of the television by the window. I found that I was getting better signal over here, so that's why I ran the scan again on the TV. I got up to 30, 40, 50 free channels over there, and that's the game changer. It's the free stuff. But then there's also the need for those channels. Because Adam, I love my shows, but I need the traffic in the morning. I want to know my local weather. Sure. They don't interrupt, my PBS Kids or my, like local Netflix shows to give me the weather and all of that. And remember, if the cable goes out, what do you do? Right. If the Wi-Fi goes out, you can't stream. Yeah. A friend of mine had moved into an apartment, and what was one of the first things I gave him? Because they're like, we'd help them move in, and like, yeah, they're setting up the cable and everything on Thursday. I'm like, it is Saturday. Right. What are you gonna do for 5 days? How will you live? Seriously, I'm like, let me grab an antenna and give it a try. And that's just it. He used it in the living room in the beginning, and then he brought it to the bedroom, and you know what he liked? He's like, I got in such a habit of watching streaming stuff when I go to bed. Old shows, old sitcoms. Now, because he has ABC and CBS, he's watching Jimmy this and Jimmy that, and watching those late night talk shows, because those aren't on a streaming service, unless you're paying for it, because you can now stream NBC and all that for a fee, but it's free. And remember, when you put this out there, it looks good. And real quick, Core Innovations, they're in 6,000 different retailers. It's a big name. Very big. And they brought us computers, they brought us tablets, they brought us this antenna, which people have loved, but they're in other retailers, and then the retailer puts their brand and their proprietary brand on it. They came directly to us, so that's why it's also more affordable. So we're at, and we talk about this often, but when these free TV antennas used to be $200, which they did, $299 was the very first one we sold, there was a lot of hesitation and resistance because it was so expensive. There's me stood here saying, listen, you'll get free TV forever, but it's just $300 to get you going. There's a lot there. When you bring the price down to 39 and change, well, now it's a different story. Now the barriers are all gone. Now I'm interested. You're telling me I can watch all these TV channels in high definition for free? I don't have a monthly bill, I don't have a contract, a subscription, a lease, nothing. It's free TV. That's why I would encourage you, even if you just
say, I'm gonna give it 30 days. If I don't like it, I'll send it back and get all my money back, but at least then I'll see what all these crazy kids are talking about, because so many folks are doing it. It is a new generation of how we're consuming television. It's real, it works, and it's free. I mean, that's the word that keeps coming across here, and it's the word that perks all of our ears up. It's free TV. The reason this one is good is because of the look and the design and the fact that it works on an 80-mile range. It's bringing in more TV channels, and more is more and less is a bore, as the amazing Iris Apfel, God rest her soul, used to say. A wonderful lady. This is a fantastic, fantastic opportunity to finally give this a try. I love my television, and I think you do too. Incidentally, on the way next, my special delivery, we're going to take a blast from the past, a product you've not seen in a long time, and we're going to bring it to her at the lowest price it has ever been for one-shot deal. Okay, Bill, this is not that, right?
Exactly. This is what we used to have. Those bunny ears that every family had, because that's how we used to get our televisions. Then we got cable, and then we got the bills, and the bills kept getting bigger and bigger. And all of a sudden, we're like, wait, how can we be smart about this? Adam, they still sell this design of an antenna. That's how we picked this one up. The thing is, we've redesigned it so it looks great, gives us that signal finder so we can see we're right in that sweet spot, which means 80 miles of range, 80 miles of options that are out there for free. And it's all the big networks. It's the ABCs, the NBCs, the PBSs, which is great. And that's what it looks great when you leave it out. And try it, as you said, because I'll be honest with you, every area has probably an issue, whether it's mountains, you're in a valley, or whether it's, you know, the construction of the building because it's all concrete. But if you get it home and try it, and you get a few free options for the guest room that, you know, someone uses a few times a year.
Perfect.
Exactly. The cabin, you know, I'm not going to be renting a box for the few times we're up there. I can have entertainment. People who are RVers love it because it's just great. And that's just it. You have free options. You can add to the system that you already have. And that's the other thing. Try it. You realize you might not have been watching your local programming much because you didn't have access to it. Now you're going back. It's like, that newscaster is still actually, the New York newscaster tonight, it's his 50th anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
So I haven't watched it in years, but he's still there.
The thing is, the stuff that you love and the channels that you love are for free. I have around 600 left, and you can see our quantity counter is moving 2, 3 at a time. It's a great opportunity to give it a go. Again, I feel spoiled because they always give these to me because they know I'm really obsessed with them. And when you own one, you want to shout it from the rooftops, right?
Dad, you're a true dad. You love a deal.
I do.
And you said it perfectly. When it was more expensive, it was like, is it worth it? Is it going to work? When it's 40 bucks, give it a go and be blown away about what you've been missing.
$300, I'll think about it. At $39, count me in.
Exactly.
I honestly believe, personally, I have saved well over $1,000 in the 4 years that I've owned mine. Bill, this will be another sellout. Thank you, my friend.
Have
I
a good
appreciate
Monday
you.
night. Good to see you,
So
sir.
fun. Okay, I am heading this way.